Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm the Book Geek, also known as Kiava, and this video is going to be a little different. This is just going to be a life update video, an update about what's going on with me and why I haven't posted in over a month. So yeah. There's been some things going on. I've experienced hardship, and because of that, I've been really distracted. And at one point, I was really down and depressed, and YouTube videos weren't as important at that time because I had other things I needed to do. So this is what's been going on with me. I'm going to fully explain it, but long story short, like I said, I ran into a hardship. So I lost my job of 9 years due to COVID-19. Of course, the kids are not attending school. My children are not attending school because of COVID-19. So I've been homeschooling them. Even if I were to send them to school, they would only be going 2 days out the week. So either way, that was going to interfere with my job, which is one of the many contributing factors as to why I lost my job. But it was other things as well. I'll explain that later. But yeah, so lost my job of 9 years. The kids are being homeschooled. I was on the verge of losing my apartment. There was an issue in the rental office, an error on their part, and so don't have no income, on the verge of losing my apartment. My son's father, who was paying child support, which is why I wasn't too worried because I was getting the child support payments every week. But then he ended up losing his job and the child support payments stopped. So then once the child support payments stopped, I was at zero income, no job, on the verge of losing my apartment, no child support payments. I wasn't getting food stamps because I was working. When I did apply for food stamps and cash assistance, I got denied for cash assistance. Luckily, I finally did get approved for food stamps. And when my job first shut down because of COVID and all the employees were furloughed, I was getting unemployment benefits. But then when I attempted to go back to work after we reopened during the mandatory shutdown, when I attempted to go back to work and it didn't work out, I tried to reapply for unemployment and my unemployments were on hold for several weeks. So didn't have the job anymore, didn't have unemployment benefits anymore, got denied for cash assistance, didn't have food stamps, on the verge of losing my apartment. That is what was going on with me. And because of all that stress, because of everything that I was dealing with, looking for a job, contacting legal aid offices and emergency housing departments, and I was trying to fight this whole housing thing. I mean, I had to contact so many people about this whole housing thing because these people out here are slumlords. They don't give a fuck about their tenants. And to try and kick me out at a time during this, and I got 2 young children, it was nuts. It was nuts. Because of all of that, I fell behind in my classes because I'm also a college student. So as you can imagine, I had a lot on my plate and I was dealing with a lot. Now, some things since then have gotten resolved, which is why I'm able to come on here right now and talk about it. But I still do not have a job. I'm still looking for a job. I did get denied for cash assistance. I finally did get my unemployment denial from the Department of Labor in the mail last week. So I don't have unemployment benefits. Got denied for cash assistance, so I don't have cash assistance from the state. Don't have employment. I did get the housing situation straightened out, but I still need assistance paying my monthly bills. I live in a subsidized housing unit. So when I finally got the housing situation straightened out, which took weeks, it was a nightmare. And you guys have no idea, with the possibility of being evicted. And you guys have no idea, okay? Unless you've been through that before and you got children. Like if it was just me, I would have just packed up, left, went to a fucking friend's house or something. But I got kids. You know what I mean? So, but I did get that straightened out. And because it is subsidized housing, it goes off your income. So my rent is practically nothing right now. So thankfully, that's good. But I still have other bills to pay. Light bill, car payments, car insurance. I still got to pay the little bit of rent that they are charging me. Internet. I need the internet for the kids' virtual learning and my schooling. So I still have monthly bills that I need to pay. Plus, I need money for basic necessities, things that we need. Household items, toiletries, clothes for the kids, because they're growing out of every fucking thing. So what I had ended up doing before the housing situation and everything got straightened out, I ended up starting a GoFundMe account because I felt like I was all out of options at that point. So I did start a GoFundMe account. I am still taking donations. The link will be, the GoFundMe link will be listed in the description box down below. If anyone finds it in their heart to want to donate, some people have given me money directly through my PayPal account to help out with the kids' Christmas because I wasn't sure of what kind of Christmas I was going to be able to give them. I'm not one of those parents that go splurge and go all out and things like that, but every child should have some present to open on Christmas. That's my thought about it anyway. So I will be able to get them some Christmas gifts or whatever, but I don't know when I'm going to find another job. Finding a job, looking for a job is a full-time job in itself. And with, schooling and everything else that's going on, I do dedicate some hours out of my day to job searching, but I can't spend the whole day job searching because I have children to take care of and I have schoolwork to do. Hopefully something will come through soon, but until then, I am accepting donations to help pay for basic necessities until I can find something else. So that's what's been going on with me. Now, with the whole housing situation, you guys, this is fucking nuts, okay? So what happened is I don't know if anybody has experience out there with subsidized housing or Section 8 or whatever, but I live in a Section 8 based project, and it's subsidized housing. So your rent is determined by your amount of income. And so I was up for recertification, I think back in September, but for some reason they were doing it earlier in the year. They told me I was due earlier in the year, but then COVID hit and a lot of things got shut down. And because of that, the rental office weren't allowing tenants to come into the office to fill out their paperwork to renew their lease and do their recertifications and report changes, things of that nature. So when I called to inquire about that, they told me to just hold off for now, that they would get back in touch with me and send me a notice of when to come in and fill out my recert because they weren't accepting tenants into the office at this moment. And so here I am just waiting for them to send me the information. And throughout the weeks and months after that, they did request, information about my unemployment benefits. Because when we first got furloughed, I was getting unemployment benefits. So I sent them the information about my unemployment benefits and, whatever income information they needed to prove that I was actually receiving this income or not receiving whatever income. So I sent all that stuff in back in July when they requested it. And then in October, I got a series of emails from these people. One email came in October 28th. On October 28th, I received the email from the rental office requesting more information from me. Apparently, they needed my retirement information. So I didn't see the email until October 29th. So I replied on October 29th, okay, I just saw this email. I'm going to get that information to you as soon as possible. And on October 30th, I get a notice saying, because I was non-compliant and didn't send in the information that they just requested on the 28th, mind you. They just requested the information on October 28th. I replied on October 29th. And then on October 30th, I get an email saying, because I didn't send in the information that they requested and I was non-compliant, that my rent was going to go up to over $1,000. On the 30th, I go to send them the information through email. But then I also saw that email saying because I was non-compliant, my rent was going to go up to $1,899. I can't afford to pay that. And that was going to be effective November 1st. They didn't even give me any time to get the information in. So I'm trying to contact the people down at the office. They still, at this point, everything has reopened again. Most things are reopened in October. But the rental office, they keep their doors locked. They changed their telephone system so that when you call, you can't reach an actual person. So I can't get in touch with them by phone. I can't get in touch with them in person because they keep the door locked. I even walked down there and knocked on the door and tried to get someone's attention. They looked right at me and didn't come to the door. So I can't talk to anybody in person, can't talk to anybody over the phone, and no one is returning my emails. And when they do, they don't respond to all my emails. They very rarely respond to emails. So I had to call. I have it on video too. I called 16 times before somebody answered the phone down there, which was ridiculous. I'm almost in tears because I'm thinking, okay, if I can't afford to pay this rent, and that's an ongoing thing, they can evict me and then I'm going to be homeless, me and my children. And so it was such a mess. I mean, the lady down there was so unreasonable. They claimed that they sent me a notice back in July to come down to the office to do my research. But I know for a fact that they didn't send me that notice. They just trying to cover their bases because they thought I was going to be the type of person that just sit back and take this for an answer. And then, no, that's not me. I started contacting legal aid offices and housing for urban development and regional managers, anybody who was above these people because they was giving me such a hard time. So I told her, I said, I never received that notice that you claim that you sent to me in July asking me to come into the office. And back in July, they didn't want people to come into the office because of COVID. I was told that. But because there was no paper trail of them telling me that information. I was told that over the phone. So I started a paper trail. Long story short, it was a whole big mess. I mean, I got into an argument with one of the case workers down in the office who was working on my case when I requested the regional manager's name and number and email, her contact information. The bitch got all loud on the phone with me. She hung up the phone on me. I was going to go down there and beat that bitch ass. But I'm glad I didn't do that because I for sure would have been out on my ass then. They definitely would have served me with an eviction if I would have went down there and beat that bitch ass. But anyway, I did finally end up getting the housing situation straightened out. It took over a month to finally get it straightened out. And thank the heavens, we still have a roof over our heads. Oh, and so the thing that happened with the job was I got an email asking me if I wanted to come back because they wanted to find out some people's preference because they knew some people didn't want to risk going back and getting sick. So, but upon returning, I was told that upon returning, I wouldn't have my same hours. I wouldn't have my same position. I wouldn't have my same shift. Now, it's fucked up because right before we shut down due to COVID, I had just got promoted. Okay, I had got a raise. I got the shift that I had always been wanting and fighting for. I had just got promoted, And I only got to work that for a couple weeks before we got shut down. And now here I am being told that when I come back, I'm basically not going to be a part-time teacher assistant anymore. I'm basically going to be like an on-call employee. I won't have my shift in the morning like I wanted to. I won't be able to work every day like I used to. So I knew that at the time we were getting, in Connecticut anyway, we were getting the extra $600 through unemployment on top of our regular weekly unemployment benefits. We were getting an additional $600. I think that was, all through the United States, but I'm not sure. So I decided to just continue to stay home and continue collecting my unemployment benefits because I was going to be getting paid more through unemployment than I would be if I returned to work. So I decided to stay on unemployment benefits until the extra $600 ran out. The extra $600 that they were giving us, it ran out in July. So I went back to work in August. But then when the kids started school in September and their whole schedule was messed up, it kind of messed me up. and I didn't have the before school care or the after school care anymore. I had to depend on other people to watch my kids so that I can go to work. And basically these other people were unreliable. So I wasn't able to go to work. You know, one of the people told me, one of the people told me, you can't bring the kids over here at that time, which is the time that I needed to go to work. So I didn't argue about it. I'm not going to kiss nobody's ass. I'm not begging nobody for shit. So I just said, that's fine. Okay. And, you know, I tried a few things, but I couldn't get to work consistently. And eventually a job is not going to keep putting up with that. I've been there for 9 years, but eventually a job is not going to keep putting up with that. So eventually I had to send my boss an email and tell her, you know, due to the kids' online virtual schedule, school schedule is interfering with my work schedule. I'm not going to be, I can't get to work all the time. I'm not going to be able to, you know, come into work anymore. So, yeah, all of that is due to COVID. Because if it wasn't for COVID, I still have my job, I still have my promotion. The kids would be in school like normal. They would have the after school program, the before school program. I wouldn't have to depend on other people to watch my kids for me. I can go to work like I usually do. So it's COVID's fault. I'm going to try little odd jobs here and there. I have a little craft business. I make bows. Let me show you guys. I'm going to list my, these are so freaking cute. I'm going to list my shop link down below also if you have little girls or they make cute presents. The holidays are coming up. So I have tons of bows and more to come, and they are all handmade. I have a Cricut machine, but I haven't started using it yet. I still have to work up the kinks, how to cut it, how to cut the fabric and stuff like that. But yeah, I have headband bows also. And super cute, man. I swear. I wish I had a little girl. She would just have so many freaking bows. So cute. So cute. And they come in all different type of sizes. This one got jingle bells on it. So I'm going to leave that information down below in case you guys want, because that's another way to help and support is to purchase some bows. And I ship anywhere in the US. I haven't started international shipping yet because I'm just not bringing in enough money yet. But yeah, super cute. And these are on alligator clips. I have them on scrunchies, and I have bows on headbands. I also have that headband that goes over the head, the hard headbands, those as well. These are the ones I just recently made, which is why they're right here next to me, because I just made these this week. Super cute. So that's another way to support me. If you can't donate to the GoFundMe, you can always buy a bow. I appreciate the support. Hopefully the kids can go back to school next year and I can get back to working like I regularly would and get my childcare back. Things are starting to improve. I might be doing little hustles pretty soon. I just signed up to be a grocery delivery girl through Instacart. So hopefully that comes through. I think I might try DoorDash or Uber Eats, little things to make money on the side until I can find full-time employment or part-time employment again. So check out the link if you want, and stick around because I will have some more book content coming soon. I'm sorry I've been MIA, but I've just had a lot going on. It's been a nightmare. It's been crazy. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you guys are healthy. This has not been the best year for most people, but if you made it through this year and you are still alive, you are so lucky. We are so lucky to still be here because so many people have lost their lives this year. My heart goes out to everyone who is hurting and struggling. You guys have my biggest sympathies. It's been a rough one. It's been rough. So hang in there. We're going to make it through this. Bye.